Thank you all for being here. Speaking for the organizers of the event, we're very pleased at this turnout. It really is a great statement about the interest of this community in all things sustainable. As Jenny mentioned, this is the second Sustainable Ann Arbor Forum, and we will focus on land use and access. So the purpose of this particular forum and all of these forums is to explore issues of economy, environment, and equity. Those of you who are familiar with the lingo know those are the 3 E's. But we're looking in particular at the issues within the context of Ann Arbor and what we're doing to address these issues. We hope these sessions provide a springboard for a wider community discussion and also help us set some overarching goals for the city as it relates to sustainability. And we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk a lot about that tonight. Underpinning this effort is a shared sense that Ann Arbor can be a sustainable place. I hope we all feel that we can get there. It can be a community that provides a rich diversity of uses and housing options. It can be a place that is nimble in adapting to climate changes, and it can provide systems with linkages in transportation and food and energy. It can be a place where people find meaningful work and also ample opportunities for education. And also it can be a place where you have a lot of fun. You can have fun and still be sustainable. So tonight we will talk about what the community is currently doing to get there. First of all, I'd like to do some thank yous. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I know some of you may have had some transportation challenges yourself getting here because of the gas leak over on Liberty. But I'd also like to thank, yes, a gas main leak. Hopefully it'll be fixed by the time you leave. I'd like to thank the Ann Arbor District Library. They've been a great partner. One of the resources, in addition to providing the opportunity for you to come here this evening, is that they tape these sessions and provide them, as Jenny mentioned, in a video on demand. So people who can't make this or people who are interested in a certain segment will be able to repeat that by going to the aadl.org. I'd also like to thank the Home Depot Foundation. The Home Depot Foundation very generously has provided a grant for Ann Arbor City staff to start working on the sustainability framework. And so that has been instrumental in getting us moving and providing the staffing that we need to move this forward. Jamie Kidwell, Jamie, where are you? Jamie Kidwell in the back is our brainchild of all of this. She's been working on the sustainability framework and also working very hard on these forums. So if you get a chance, thank her. She's done a great job. Matt Nod, where's Matt? Matt's our environmental coordinator at the city. Also part of this collaboration, Jamie and Matt and I have been working to try to push this out into the community and get your input. So find us if you have comments. Finally, I'd really like to thank our presenters. We have a great group here this evening. What's really even more important, that it represents a cross-section of the community. We have city staff, we have county staff at other sessions. We have nonprofit representatives, so our partners within the community that are working on these same issues, but in the context of a nonprofit organization. And we've had great support from the U of M faculty, in particular the Taubman College of Architecture and Urban Planning. So tonight, the format is, as Jenny said, a series of quick presentations to get us thinking about the role of land use and access in supporting a sustainable community. And I say quick because we've only given them like 5 minutes each, so they're going to have a hard time. We have Joe Grangs from the Taubman College here to get us started to think in a big picture about accessibility and land use. Susan Pollitt, because Susan is here as a part of the Downtown Development Authority, and the DDA is a hub of sustainability, and she'll give you a sense of why that's the case. Eli Cooper, the Transportation Systems Manager, is here from the Systems Planning Unit. Those of you who may have been at the non-motorized plan meeting yesterday have seen Eli very involved in that aspect. Jeff Kahn from my staff, Planning and Development. Jeff is our land use guru and has a lot of great knowledge about how we can do land use differently. Ginny Trocchio. Ginny is with the Greenbelt program. She is the person that is able to pull together the commission and the ideas and the purchasing power for the city to implement the Greenbelt program, so she's going to speak about that. And then finally, Evan Pratt, who's a longtime planning commissioner, and he will sum up for us. At the end, as Jenny mentioned also, there will be a question and answer opportunity. We have a microphone at the back of the room. We ask that you step to the microphone so that everybody can hear on the video that's being put together. And if you don't feel comfortable in that environment, please feel free to catch some of us after or put something on the comment cards, and we'll get back with you. So also noted before, this is one of 4 forums. The Resource Management Forum happened in January, and you can go to the website to look at that. We had Dick Norton, who's the chair of the Urban and Regional Planning Program, spoke for the faculty, and we had city staff talking about recycling and other very important issues there. Land use and access tonight, March 8th, climate and energy. And so that session will be hand in hand with an initiative that the city is undergoing for a climate action plan. So we'll have lots of great discussion there. And then on April 12th, that term called community, which is a all-encompassing category that includes things like safety and education and art and all these things that we need to make a wonderful community. So let me say a little bit about the sustainability framework effort, which started about a year ago. Jamie got it started by researching 26, now 27 different plans to start looking at what they might say about sustainability. This just gives you a sense of the range of the plans. We had watershed plans, land use. Some were very topic specific and some were very broad and encompassing. From there, Jamie and others were able to extract 220 goals, some of them very specific, some very general, as mentioned, and talk about all these things that we do in a community when we plan. We talk about quality, we talk about transportation, services, we talk about natural features, neighborhoods. So this little cloud image shows how these terms were interspersed in these goals. So then we took that information, those goals, taking from those plans, and I would remind you that these are plans that have all been through the community. Many of you have been involved in these planning efforts. They've been vetted, and they've also, in many cases, been approved by City Council. So it's the community's shared wisdom. So starting in September, we took the primarily four commissions to start, and those were energy, environmental, Park Advisory and Planning Commissions. They met together to talk about where in these goals are sustainability. Are there priorities that we think should rise to the top if we are to pick and choose those overarching sustainability goals? Since that time, we've added the Housing Commission and the Housing and Human Services Board to the discussion so that we can bring in that equity piece to the equation. So the handout this evening, you are the lucky folks because you get to see the first draft of the goals. So if you grabbed one of these, or if you didn't, you might want to grab one on the way out. These are very, very drafty. So don't feel like anything's written in stone. If you have comments about them, please let us know. But those commissions have a committee of commissioners that will be looking at these and hopefully coming up with some 14, 15 goals that then we can agree as a community are aspirations for sustainability in Ann Arbor and move that forward to City Council, hopefully in the form of a master plan amendment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the blue section here, which is land use and access. And there are 3 areas, transportation options, sustainable systems, and efficient land use. And for first time only, here are the goals. Establish a physical and cultural environment that supports and encourages safe, comfortable, and efficient ways for pedestrians, bicyclists, and transit users to travel throughout the city and region. We tried really hard to take words out of that, but it was really hard because it's a very, very important concept. Sustainable systems. So in this case, we'd like to plan for and manage constructed and natural infrastructure to meet the current and future needs of our community. So a little more of a hardscape idea. This particular picture is of Easy Street and the stormwater improvements that were put in there. But that's something that as a community we are aspiring to in our land use and access. And finally, efficient land use, encouraging a compact pattern of diverse development that maintains our sense of place, preserves natural systems, and strengthens neighborhoods, corridors, and downtown. So that's another place that we're moving, although as you all know, it's very hard sometimes to determine what is that compact development, what is the density that we are hoping to achieve to make sustainable, but also make it a place that is livable. So with that, I will turn this over